Round 1, quiz 10, Team Tavira. There we go. So we've changed it slightly. We've now got 5 rounds, starting with 10 questions, ending with the jolly general knowledge round of 20 questions. Same prizes as usual. This is if you're actually in the pub. The anagram this time is I am a weakish speller. It's a famous person, and this anagram is appropriate to them. Anyway, that gives my team something to do while they're waiting for things to get marked and sorted. So, question 1. Pterodactyls are not dinosaurs, they are 8 letters. Yeah, pterodactyls. Misconception, everyone thinks they're dinosaurs. No. Second one. Put it on pause if you're watching on YouTube. Which 1941 box office flop with Orson Welles as the titular role and as director, writer and producer was based on the life of media magnate William Hearst, who tried to suppress it? So, yeah, it was about this guy who tried to stop the movie happening. Well-known movie. It was actually in 1941. It was a flop. Becoming famous later. Spiral staircases is a misnomer. They're not spiral. A spiral is a flat shape. The staircases are a 3D. What shape are they really? That whizzy around 3D shape. They should not be called spirals. Question 4. A map of Rome shows it is built on 8 hills. But common knowledge says it was built on... So what is the misnomer here? Most people believe Rome was made on a different number than actually is true. I think it was because it was in a poem and it rhymed. And therefore, ever since then, everyone's been saying it. Ancient poem. Question 5. Whilst falling or diving, the peregrine falcon reaches 200 miles per hour, which is fantastic and definitely the fastest thing falling down. It is the fastest, but in level flight, the peregrine falcon goes 60 miles per hour. Which bird is the fastest in level flight? Not just going down, but flying level. It's quite a common bird. 5 letters. Next one. Question 6. In World War II, the first Western European capital liberated by the Allies was not Paris. What was the first Western European capital liberated by the Allies? Question 7. What commonly consumed chemical does not kill brain cells? Lots of people say it does, but it does not. But does change the dendrites, impairing brain function, which is permanent with heavy use. Commonly consumed chemical. Question 8. Who was an average height of 1.66 meters, which is 5 foot 6 inches at the time? That was pretty good. That was average. But seemed shorter as he was 5 pieds, 2 ponces, and surrounded himself with the Imperial Guards. A kind of guy that was not short, but was known for being short. Question 9. Poikilotherms and ectotherms and heterothermic animals used to be wrongly named 4-7. So these 3 terms have now taken over from the commonly used term that's kind of debunked. Question 10. The first punk rock band to release an album was not the Sex Pistols. It was a self-titled album by the New York band who all adopted the same surname. 7 letters. Alright, swap your turn sheets if you're in the pub. Answers to round 1 are on the way. Question 1. Pterodactyls are reptiles. Yep. So are many of the swimmy things that are around at the same time that dinosaurs were. Big reptiles. It's a bone structure thing. Dinosaurs have the same bone structure as birds. Birds are dinosaurs. Question 2. Citizen Kane was a box office flop. Yep, didn't make any money in the box office. Only later got famous. Videos, DVDs and stuff. Question 3, re-releases. Question 3, it should be called a helix staircase. But spiral staircase sounds so good. If you were on a spiral, you wouldn't actually go up a floor or down, you'd just stay on the same floor. Question 4, Rome is built on 7 hills. It's oft said. If you look at a map, it's actually 8. Including ancient Rome. Yes. It's, it's nice number. 7. Maybe because that's the whole 7 lucky things and 7 people at the Last Supper and all that kind of sevens. Whilst falling or diving, peregrine falcon makes 200 miles per hour. But in fair level flight, it's 60 miles per hour. I mean, fair enough to the peregrine falcon. If humans falling or diving, they get up to, I think, 120 miles per hour. But still, in level flight, where it's fair, the fastest bird is the common swift. I will accept the word swift. Swifts do 69.3 miles per hour. That's what they've been clocked in at. Question, we might find faster ones, but at the moment that's what we know. In World War II, the first Western European capital liberated was Rome. Yes, we liberated Rome before Paris. Question 7. Commonly consumed chemical alcohol does not kill brain cells, much as many people have said. It damages the dendrites, impairing function. So your brain does get useless after a while. Marijuana affects the receptors. It also does not kill brain cells. Question 8. It was Napoleon. He was average height. Probably knew that already. But the reason why people thought he was short, because all of his pictures showed him surrounded by imperial guards, and because of the French measurements at the time weren't understood in England. People in England thought, oh, he's 5'2". Question 9. Poikilotherms and ectotherms and heterothermic animals used to be called cold-blooded, which is a bit of a misnomer because they're cold at night, 5 degrees C some of them, but they warm up during the day up to 40 degrees C. 40 degrees C is hotter blood than you've got. Why would you call it cold-blooded if it's hot blood more than half the time? Anyway, question 10. The Ramones! They were all called Steve Ramone and Dave Romaine. They were all adopted the surname Ramone. And yes, that's where punk rock started in New York. Well, kinda. Anyway, 4 marks. 10